not to digress, but my point, because I'm going to, I mean, like I'm a little bit everywhere. There's so much stuff going on, like right now. I'm catching hell. The Most High bless me, and that's a good thing because that means you never get comfortable. You get what I'm saying? And you shouldn't want to get comfortable here. See, that's the whole illusion. That's the strong delusion. You know what I mean? To try and feel like you're getting comfortable. That's why they're talking about make America great again. Like, this bitch will never be great again. When was it really great? The time and the height of America's greatness was when you was called a nigga. When you couldn't look this fucking pink motherfucker in the face. That's why I sit up there and called them motherfuckers pink motherfuckers yesterday. In their establishment. Fuck them. Because I worked for that piece of shit ass spot before. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing is they sit up there and have the niggas in the back like on some fucking, and then you got stupid ass niggas that still work for them though. It said, bear with me for a second. Continue. It says, but as we said before, you must keep your eyes focused on the female and the offspring of the horse and the nigger. A brief discourse in offspring development will shed light on the key to sound economic principles. Pay little attention to the generation of original breaking, but concentrate on the future generations. Therefore, if you break the female, she will break the offspring in its early years of development, and when the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you. And that's the truth. They used to take a male slave, and you know, you had many different torture tactics. You know, these Edomites were sadistic. You know, they would take him and horse and quartering. You know, they take a big slave, one of the biggest slaves, take him and, like I said, you know, tie rope around different limbs and then, you know, basically rip him apart. Or they have buck break him, bend him over and, you know, rape him. Like I said, I was up there when I came across the information about how they used to make the slaves wear dresses to basically effeminize them and push down their masculinity. And then you got these stupid ass niggas that sold their soul in their booty hole. And you got niggas that sit up there, oh yeah, oh it's just acting. Like, motherfucker, do you know what that go back to? And the thing is, when you in Hollywood, you are privy to more information than, you know what I mean? You are though. It's not coincidence that, you know, the truth came out of New York. Look how wicked New York is. That's fucking the financial hub of the fucking, you know, pretty, I mean, of course London is, but, you know, America, I mean, New York is the counterpart. Or the mirror image. It says, so my point being, yeah, they would do that to break the other slave's spirits. And then when this woman, because she looks to her man for strength. So when the man is broken, you know what I'm saying? Then she has children or she got a son. She'll never want her son to be done like that. So she ain't gonna let him stand up. She gonna try and pamper him. You know, you got women do that today. So like I said, they knew what they was doing when they sit up there and literally gave women's rights to vote and to work and shit like that. You got these stupid ass women that think that they did them a favor. They only did that so they could tax your income because they only could at one point in time, one job could take care of one household. Tell me why the fuck you need 3 people working now? You, the kid, and the mom. You know what I mean? Like, you think that's by design? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it says, for her normal female protective tendencies will have been lost in the original breaking process. For example, take the case of the wild stud horse, a female horse and an infant, and an already infant horse, and compare the breaking process with 2 captured nigger males in their natural state. A pregnant nigger woman with her infant offspring. Take the stud horse breaking for limited containment. Completely break the female horse until she becomes very gentle, whereas you or anybody can ride her in comfort. Breed the mare and the stud until you have the desired offspring. Then you can turn a stud to freedom until you need him again. Train a female horse whereby she will eat out of your hand, and she will train the infant horse to eat out of your hand also. When it comes to breaking the uncivilized nigger, use the same process, but vary the degree and step up the pressure so as to do a complete reversal of the mind. Take the meanest, most restless nigger, strip him. That's the spirit. I just brought all this up. It said, take the meanest and most restless nigger, strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male niggers, the female and the nigger infant, tar and feather him. Tie each leg to a different horse faced in opposite directions. Set him on fire and beat both horses to pull him apart in front of the remaining niggers. The next step is to take a bullwhip and beat the remaining nigger male to the point of death in front of the female and the infant. Don't kill him. Put the fear of Yahweh in him. Well, let's say put the fear of God in him. For he can be useful for future breed. And what's so funny about this shit is this. When I first started this book off, he said the King James, they believe that God gave them the power and the right to do all this. So why is it so wrong when we say God gonna put your punk ass in slavery? You get what I'm saying? They came up with the term manifest destiny, and that's true. It was the will of the Lord for them to do what the fuck they did. But also the will of the Lord is to motherfucking exterminate your dumb ass. And that's in the book of Obadiah, though. You know, the shortest book in the Bible, but the most, I ain't gonna say the most powerful, but one of the most powerful ones. It literally tells you about this fucking Edomite's fucking future. Bear with me for a second. I had a scripture based on reading that about what this Edomite was talking about doing, because at the end of the day they're cruel. You know what I mean? It says, this is Proverbs 12. I'm gonna start at verse 9. He that despiseth and hate Salaki. He that is despised and hath a servant is better than he that honoreth himself and lack of bread. Verse 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. You know, even when this motherfucker try to be righteous or be kind, he's cruel. Because he doesn't know how to be righteous. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how to be kind. You know what I mean? Like, this motherfucker is the most carnal motherfucker. You know, like, everything is about the ends justify the means. You know, like the brother was bringing out Bill Gates and basically, the population control. You know how big the earth is? Because it's not about, really, it's no room. You know how much land has not even been touched? Because they want to control. It's more about control. You know, like the elder apostle always brings up, you got people that might not call themselves kings and princes, but they are. You know, you don't think Donald Trump is a fucking king? You know, and it's very spiritual. I remember my demon telling me about how she remembered Donald Trump being on the fucking cover of a magazine or talking about how he's gonna be president. And then we living in a day and age. That motherfucker, I ain't gonna say he is the Antichrist though, because Antichrist just means anybody that's against, Hamashiach. So he is Antichrist. Then you got 2/3 niggas that's Antichrist. You got the blacks that vote for Trump or black Republicans that's down with Trump. Whatever that stupid ass, like, because you had a group of so-called blacks that was down with Trump. Like Don King, punk ass, sellout ass nigga. And rightly so. The Most High, and then people don't believe that the Most High gonna destroy 2/3 of his people. Look at our people, man. They want to be anything but a person of power. Like the brother was bringing out Moor. Everybody want to be like they so fucking deep. He went into the Moors. Oh yeah, Moor science. He said, what is Moor? He's like, Moors was just Israelites. Do you know what the word Moor means? It means black. He said, do you know where the Moorish Empire came? He said, basically when you had the Christians fighting against the Muslims, because the Moors was basically Israelites that was following Islam. And you had wars. It was Israel fighting Israel. You know what I mean? It's so deep when you really go into it. And this motherfucking devil would never want you to know that. You gotta remember they lived in a fucking cave. That's documented, man. You got people that they don't even know that Noah boat was. I remember when I was locked up, I was dealing with my demons. She used to send me to jail left and right, my dumb ass. But I won't be honest too. I used to send myself to jail because, you know, you supposed to handle all situations through the scriptures. Anyhow, I used to come across a lot of good books, and I used to take their books because they closed down the workhouse. But I came across a book that talked about Noah and showing you, proving that the Noah Ark was real. They're not gonna tell you that. They want to. Salaki, bear with me. Salaki, they don't want you to know that. You know, like the brother I was listening to DTA. They would I'm gonna go try and get this book. It's a book on the Israelites. It's called The Israelites. I'm about to go look it up after, Lord willing, after I finish this video. But it went into the different, like, you know, you got people that don't believe in the Bible, but it's actual like proof of, you know, like the Bible is real. You got monuments like the Menestela. You know, when you go into that black Moabite stone that talks about how they had the Israelites in captivity. You got actual physical proof. Well, Salaki, I didn't mean to jump around like that. Like I said, that's just through the spirit. This is how this lesson came out. But I wanted to go into how cruel this Edomite is. It's maybe, how many pages left? It's like 11 pages left. I'm going to stop here, and Lord willing, I'm going to finish the lesson probably tomorrow. I'm going to finish the book and then pass it through the camp. Because, you know, this still is so-called Black History Month. Last time when I first was joining the camp, I came across, I used to go to these Catholic churches because my lot was to be homeless. And every Catholic church, I ain't going to say everyone, they had this one particular fucking slave book, right? It was written by an Edomite, but she took, like, literally word for word, talked to actual slaves. And so, you know, this firsthand experiences and firsthand accounts. And I'm talking about, I went to like 3-4 fucking Catholic churches and found this same fucking book. So I passed it throughout the camp and had the whole camp read it. We all read it. It just give you a whole new fuel for the fire. Like right now, I heard Apostle Tahar say something. Right now is not the time to be getting weak or lazy or nothing. Like, this is the time to turn up. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck, you know how much the Lord the revealed and showed himself for those that are seeing and doing the will. But you got some people that don't really want this place to be destroyed. You know, I know a demon in the world. I almost did some goofy shit recently, right? And the motherfucker made a statement. He said, you know how Jake always smooth talking slick and shit. Asked him how he was doing. He said, I'm holding on like a hubcap. And I thought about that shit because, you know, he's holding on to America and the little shit he got over here. You know what I mean? Like, as good as a nigga doing over here, no matter how good a Condoleezza Rice is still a nigga. Jada Pinkett and Will Smith is still a nigga. Now that's strong delusion when you take time to think about it, because they think that and it tells you in Luke 6:24, woe to them that are rich, because you have received your constellation. Like, you motherfuckers gonna die horribly over here for real, and rightly so. So I'm gonna stop the lesson there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Waha, double honors to the apostles and elders. A great millstone taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwat and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, to edify video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad. Shalom to all the sincere Akim. Until next time, Lord willing, I'm able to do another lesson. Shalom, shalom, and a bob of ball.